Have you ever been at your local Sprint, T-Mobile, or Verizon store, browsing the shelves wondering which is going to be your next phone? You don't know if you want to go with an iPhone or an Android? Well, I'm going to try to help you make that decision. Now, I know this can be a touchy subject for a lot of die-hard iPhone or Android users, and it can oftentimes be the topic of a heated debate. Now, I've had experience with both. I used to have an Android and now I have an iPhone. So I have experience with both, and I'm going to try to make this as unbiased as possible. So I'm going to tell you why the iPhone dominates the Android. Because like I said, I've once been in this situation. I didn't know which phone was best for me. I didn't know the pros and cons of each phone. I just went off what people said. So I understand where you're at, because you might not know just like I didn't know. If you want to be left out, have an Android. It's as simple as that. If you want to be in touch, if you want to be able to read, or if you want to be able to know when people read your messages, if you want to be able to unlock your phone at the first fingerprint touch, if you want to be able to resell your phone for the most resale value, go with an iPhone. TheGuardian.com stated that a research firm called Canalys pointed out that 30% of the 50 top paid and 50 top free games are only supported for the iOS platform, which is the iPhone platform. GearBest.com points out that no Android has come close to the technology that Apple has developed with their Touch ID. Now some Androids do have some similar technology, but it's not nearly as perfect as the iPhone is. Josh Smith from Gotta Be Mobile explains how the resale value on iPhones is so much higher than Androids with phones that have the same or similar release dates. One example of the apps is Clash of Clans. One of the most popular games, has hundreds of thousands, if not millions of players that play this game every day. This game is going to be exclusive on the iOS platform, which is the iPhone platform. All right, and also another example for an app can be Instagram. Now, Instagram came out for iPhones 18 months sooner than it did for Androids. Moving on to fingerprint technology. Now, do you ever change your password and forget what your password is, so then you're locked out of your own phone? I know, it sucks, right? I've done that before many times. With having fingerprint scanning technology, all you gotta do is put your fingerprint on it and it unlocks your phone. You don't have to worry about that problem. Or if you're like me and you have an 18-letter password to make sure that no one's gonna guess your password, then all you have to do is put your fingerprint, it unlocks, as simple as that. Now, I know when I had an Android, it was super annoying because the fingerprint scanning technology never picked up my fingerprint on the first try. It was constantly, I had to repeat and repeat, and it took about on average about 2 to 3 times to do it. So if you want to be first to play a game, I definitely recommend going with the iPhone, all right? Because the Apple device is dominating the mobile game industry. And actually some analysts have forecasted that Apple will be surpassing Sony and Nintendo in the mobile gaming market. Now, all of this can be done, all this can be solved if you just had an iPhone. If you don't want to be out of the loop with all the latest and greatest games, if you don't want to have trouble unlocking your iPhone, or worry about losing money on your resale value, go with an iPhone. Now imagine this. Hunter and Chris are at lunch with their friends, and all their friends are playing a game, let's just say Candy Crush. And their friends want Hunter and Chris to play the game as well. Well, all Hunter has to do is unlock his iPhone and use his fingerprint to go ahead and be his password to download the app from the App Store. Now, Chris, on the other hand, is going to have to type in his 18-letter password, and then he's going to have to go into his cluttered App Store and try to find the game, and then he's going to have to download it. Now, on top of that, now Chris already being behind, well then the iPhone's going to download the game a lot quicker than the Androids. And that's because Androids are slow on updating their technology and updating their software. Okay, if they even update it at all. One thing that iPhones do is they bug you to update your software, so that way it's the latest and greatest technology. So that way your system is always running optimally. All right, and if it doesn't bug you to do it, it just does it automatically while you're asleep sometimes. Now, the Android is designed to require optimization now and then to keep a good performance. So it's like the more you use your phone, the slower it gets. That doesn't make no sense. Now, if everybody just had an iPhone, everybody would be on the same page. One of the best things I think if everybody had an iPhone would be, is that everybody would have blue text. Now, I know when you send a text, if you have an iPhone and you send a text, you're hoping that it comes out blue when you send that text. Because I know that's the way I am. It's my biggest pet peeve when I send a text and it's green. It just bugs me. All right? If you want to risk being ridiculed or being the black sheep or being left out, get an Android. iPhones will be beneficial to your everyday life. And since you use your phone almost every single second of the day, or at least every hour of the day, you want to have a phone that best suits you and that works the best. Now, if you don't believe me, you can grab an iPhone, you can grab an Android, and you can use both of them and you can try to test the download speeds. And not only that, you can also check on, look through the apps and see how simple the iPhone is to use to the Android. And especially if you're older and you're not really familiar, if you're not a millennial and you're not familiar with technology, you might want to get an iPhone because it's more simple to use. It's just a simple platform, okay? And also, the iPhone, I mean, if you want to have Touch ID, if you want to be able to unlock your phone at the first fingerprint, if you want to have a good resale value and you want to have all the latest, greatest apps, you might just want to have an iPhone. And to back up my statement about simplicity, Michael Bash said, the operating system on the iPhone is designed in a way that allows everyone to use it. There's not much of a learning curve since everything is kept so simple, and I'm sure people prefer it that way. And if you have an Android, does your screen freeze a lot? Because I know when I had an Android, it froze all the time. My iPhone simply never freezes. If it does, it's just really quick and it gets out of its own glitch. All right? The apps are better on the iPhone. The camera is better. There's not pixelation. And the simplicity is just a lot better. Overall, iPhone is going to be your best choice. So as for me, I've had both, so I know which phone offers what. And my plan is just to allow all the people around me that have Androids to try to convert them over to Team iPhones, because I guarantee that they won't be disappointed. So I guarantee that you will thank me later. Thank you.